I'm going to start off today showing some basic navigation for our tips and tricks segment. So first I'm going to log in as my user into my Acumatica site. And you will notice that my default page is my AP Clerk dashboard. So this has got all of the things as an AP Clerk that I need to see. So this homepage can be set for each individual user. If I come over and I click on my name and I go down to my profile, I can go to my homepage and I can change what I want to be my default. Here you can also change things like time zone or default branch or default warehouse. So for now, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look at my homepage. So this is my AP Clerk dashboard that is currently selected. Now, for a lot of our customers that use time cards, you could have a group of employees that the only time they ever need to be in Acumatica is to enter time cards. In that case, a lot of times we will set up the time card profile as their default page. So if I come in here and I change this and save it, now if I click back on my link over here, it takes me to the employee time card profile. So as an employee that only needs to worry about time cards, this is a perfect thing to be the default. It takes me right where I need to be. So the next thing I'm going to cover is called recently viewed records. So everybody is familiar with the universal search bar, but right next to it is something that is your recently viewed records. So here you'll see it's broken into categories. We have the all categories, or it goes down to any individual types of records that you might be looking for. So here, if I, as an AP clerk, am trying to remember which vendor I changed, I knew there was something I changed and I set my piece of paper aside. Now I'm not sure what it was I updated. Well, here I can see that I just went in and I opened the travel agency corporation vendor here, and that must have been the one I changed. So also from within the recently viewed records, the universal search works also. So here, if I'm looking for a document that I did for American, oops, I can't type, or the American refrigerator, I'll say here is a purchase order. I also have an AP bill. So the universal search works even from within your recently viewed records as well. The next thing I'm going to talk about is quick filters. So if I come to my bill and adjustment profile, you'll see this is my generic inquiry. Here we have standard filters that are saved. So these will show up each time I open my bill and adjustment inquiry. However, there might be times where I have a one-off filter that I need. It isn't something I want to save for everyday use, but it's something specific. So like, for example, I'm looking for a debit adjustment that I entered in the last couple of weeks. So here, if I take my mouse and I click on the type on the word debit adjustment, if I click Shift F on my keyboard, you'll see now it filters to only the debit adjustments. And then to undo that, I can click Shift F again. And that will work on any column that you want to select. I come over here again and click on vendor reference and do Shift F. It pulls up everything with a 987 in it. So this is a really quick, easy way to find data that you're looking for instead of having to go in the long way. So, without the Shift F, you would come in here and you could say it contains 987. So that is just a quicker way to filter your data. All right, I have one more thing I'm going to cover today, and that is the quick menus. So if I come back to my payables menu, you'll see that there's just a handful of items on here. It's not the full menu. It's what is called the quick menu. So if I click show all, you'll see there's a whole bunch of other items that are not shown. Okay, these are probably items that aren't used as often. However, there might be things that you want to add to the quick menu that aren't there by default. So say I want the check register to be on my quick menu because that's something that I know I'm going to be using on a regular basis. If I come up here to my settings wheel, and I come in and I check this box, and then I exit to save it. Here now you'll see that my check register shows up on my quick menu. Okay, that is all I have for basic navigation.